We're staying in this guest house. This is what it looks like. Karakol. Tomorrow we'll be going into the mountains. Alright, Andrew and I made it to our first night camping. Jyrgalan. Look at that. We got our 2 tents. 50-meter distance apart. That's the rule, so I don't hear his snores. Look at that beautiful view. Tomorrow we're gonna hike up that one to the right side. Man, it was hard. Not. Woo! Day 2. Alright, tonight is night 2. We're camping in Boz-Uchuk Lake. So this is my tent right here. My tent. Glorious. Look at that. Today was a hard day. Snow shit. I just made it up a really high mountain pass on day 3. Look at this incredible view. That's a lake over there. See that alpine lake? The snow from the mountains feeding into that lake. Beautiful. Woo! Alright, after we reach camp each day, essentially it's just waiting around. Not much activities. Usually we arrive camp around like 4 or 5 p.m. and then when we arrive, we go to like a yurt like this. Yurt. And they have snacks, so like cookies, raisins, walnuts. Alright, day 3 is over. A little shorter day today. Getting ready for the harder days ahead. We have reached our campground. Our tents, 50 meters apart. With, look at that, incredible view. Which 5-star hotel gives you that view? Can't think of one. Yeah, our stars are up. Alright, you could go. Dinner time. Carrot salad.
I feel like we see that every day.
It's like beef, pepper, and sauce and rice. Bread, orange, muffins, snacks.
And great friends.
Great friends we've made along the way. Alright, day 4 of the hike. Reached Ailanysh Lake. Look at these horses grazing. I'm about to show you an epic view of the lake. An alpine lake, look at this. Wow, beautiful. The water from the lake is fed from the melted snow up in the mountains. Alright, at the top of the mountain pass. It's the mountain pass. Right here, this is the pass. And the other side is going down. The view. Yeah, we hiked down this hill. And look at this beautiful view of the glacier mountain in the back. Look at that. Wow. That's a glacier coming down this hill. Oh, beautiful. Wow. Still can't believe we see a glacier. Oh. Alright, day 4 is complete. Gorgeous view. We arrived to camp. The yurt people are staying in the yurt, and the tent people, like myself and Andrew, we got our own. We found our own little area. It was a little challenging because the whole terrain is a little slopey. So I found this one flat area right here. That's my tent. We came up this mountain pass, and the most heartbreaking thing is, I thought this was it, but no, it's not. There's another mountain pass right here. We have to go up. Eventually we gotta go up there. Fuck. I thought this was it. I thought right here. Alright, finally made it up. The actual mountain pass. This is the actual one. It's rough, man. Someone was telling us tomorrow is gonna be double the height. Oh, not looking forward to that. Look at this, going down is so steep. This is a trail going. Climb all the way down from that really tall peak mountain pass. I'm heading towards Altyn, Arashan. It's a hot spring village. All the way down that way. That's where we're gonna camp for tonight and have the experience to try out the hot spring here. You know, I've been walking for so long, couldn't find a water source. Finally found a little stream coming out of this rock. Fuck. Slip. Oh. Alright, I found a place to take a nap. Kind of waiting for my water to be ready. I dropped the tablet in, so I've gotta wait 30 minutes. 10 more minutes and I can drink my water. Look at this view. Amazing. My water's here. So after I filtered... Alright, we're making our way to the hot spring. It's an outdoor hot spring by the river. All the people who came from it were very disappointed, saying that it was very muddy and dirty and smelly. So we're gonna go and check it out, see how bad it is. Alright, so we arrived to the hot spring. It's by the river, and this is what it looks like. It's like a tub. Let's see. Right here. Alright, we're going in. Yeah. See a little cake. Smells like eggs. On day 6 morning, we wake up to a complete rainstorm. I packed up my tent. Andrew's still there struggling. But I don't know how we're gonna continue on this hike like this. In case we don't survive today, let's just make our last video. We waited for the rain to die down and now we're gonna start hiking up today, the hardest part of the day. How do you feel, Andrew? Miserable, but ready to go. This is what we do for fun. Alright, the final ascent to the lake is over here. It was pouring rain, so we stopped by this yurt to have some tea, to wait out the rain. This is what it looks like inside. These were so good. That was my tea. Alright, ascending Ala-Kul Pass. Right over there is Ala-Kul Lake. The highlight of the trip. Climbing up here is just fucking insane. Oh god. Hardest hike I've ever done. We're about to reach the summit of Ala-Kul Lake. A few more steps. Alright, let's see what it looks like. Oh. Oh fuck. Shit. This is a good view. Damn. It's done. Alright, tonight's camping Ala-Kul Lake. I set up my tent right here, right in front of the beautiful lake. Look at this. If you don't have a tent, you can stay in one of these yurts in the back. Oh, freedom camping. Alright, show you the view from my tent. Look at that. This is my tent right here. Look at this view. Beautiful. We're hiking down from Karakol, from Ala-Kul Lake to this runoff. Beautiful waterfall. Oh, so tiring. Look at my feet. Jesus. Okay. Today, Andrew and I, we made it to Karakol Gorge Valley campsite. This is what it looks like. Beautiful. The sun finally decided to make its presence known. And we're actually drying our stuff from last night over there. Tent, tarp, blankets, everything. which means we should really tell the people what happened last night.
So I ended up going to a different campsite than which we were at. So that added about 3 hours onto my journey. When I arrived, I thought I was going to have a tent to stay in, but I didn't. So I had to set up a tent, my tent.
Hi, good morning. This is day 8. We're almost over. Today we're gonna go down the valley, make a right up the mountain through a mountain pass. The last mountain pass we'll do, called Telety Mountain Pass. And then we'll reach camp on the other side to prepare for our last night. Look at this, something really cool. These yurts, it looks like steam is coming off of it, right? Like this. Yeah. Beautiful walk so far through the forest before we get to the mountain pass road. I've been wearing the same shirt, same pants, no underwear for the last 8 days. The point is to keep the bag light so that when you're hiking up the mountain, it's much easier. Alright, I'm going up Telety Pass. All the way over there. It's about 10:55, almost 11. Getting pretty hungry, so I'm gonna start my lunch. So on this hike, essentially every night at the campsite, they give us a lunchbox bag for the next day. So every day it's the same. All right, today's lunch, they don't even have sausage. It's just literally bread, cheese bread. Not even a big fan of cheese, but have to eat this. Look at this view though. Hey, I spotted the camp for tonight. Oh, it's all the way down there. Over there. So the kid on the horse was leading the way for me. He was showing me how to get to camp. So he showed me to this spot, that old bridge. To let me get over the river. She was super nice. Now his dog is running around. 2.5 hours later, we have an arrival from Andrew Gallo. These are the fans, Andrew's fans. Woo! Far and long away. 2.5 hours later, we have an arrival from Andrew Gallo. These are the fans, Andrew's fans. Woo! Far and long away. Alright, this is day number 9, last day. We just woke up to some amazing scenery. It was a little bit rainy around 5 a.m. So as you can see, the tent has a little bit of moisture. But yeah. Can't believe this is it. End of the trip. What a beautiful place. Alright, last day walking to the end of the trail. It's about 7 miles. So far it's been really easy, just flat and slightly descending plains along this really pretty river. Quite enjoyable so far. Alright, we're all passing around this bottle of horse milk.
It was different from the one that I tried.
Horse milk.
Now you need to have it as well. Don't close your eyes.
Oh God. It's like, alright, we made it to the parking lot. That's the end. That's the end. We see civilization in the form of vehicles. Oh, fuck. This is it. And get picked up by a car. First time These foreigners have discovered the fruit called watermelon.
Next piece.
Look at that. Devoured from that.
Do you still want this?